From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for December 5th, 2016. I'm Rachel Wilkerson.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. The Trojan football team now knows that they will be making a trip to Mobile later this month, as the team was selected to play in the Dollar General Bowl on December 23rd. Jamal Kennedy has the details from yesterday's announcement.
Sunday afternoon, Troy held an official bowl presser to officially accept its offer to play in the Dollar General Bowl on the 23rd of December.
Huge day in the development of our program today. It's our staff and players are excited about playing in the Dollar General Bowl. It's been since 2010 since Troy was in a bowl game, and huge accomplishment.
And at today's presser, Coach Brown was neither dissatisfied nor displeased with the announcement, as he says Mobile is one of his favorite places to play in.
Mobile is one of my favorite cities. It's a great destination for our fans, for our alumni, and for our students. First class event. The people in Mobile, the people that are associated with this bowl, the city of Mobile do a tremendous job. Been to several bowls in my career as a player and a coach, and this is right up there with it, the hospitality they show you.
Coach Brown was especially proud of the turnaround that the team has made in his second year under the reins.
If you go back, like I have over the last 24 hours, and you look at a team that was picked to finish in the middle of the Sun Belt, turn that into a year that we get nationally ranked, to play on national television 3 times, and to finish 9-3, which ties the Division I record for most wins in Troy Division I history. So with an opportunity to get to 10, so great accomplishment for our staff.
Coach Brown noted that this was an opportunity to reward the players for their effort over the course of the season. Jamal Kennedy, Troy TrojanVision News.
Tickets are $15 for Troy students and $45 for general admission if purchased through Troy. For information on tickets and the bowl schedule, you can visit TroyTrojans.com. The Dollar General Bowl will be Friday, December 23rd at 7 p.m.
Over the weekend, the Middle School Southeastern United States Honor Band Clinic ended with a concert in Sartain Hall. The performance featured 3 assemblies of students who worked under 3 different conductors. Nathaniel Rodriguez has the story.
More than 400 middle schoolers who came to the Southeastern United States Band Clinic at Troy University gave a 3-part performance Saturday in Sartain Hall. The concert started with a performance from the Cardinal Band, followed by the clinic's silver and gold bands. According to Gold Band assistant Amari Waitman, student assistants from the John M. Long School of Music chose the students for each band based off of an audition process.
The students come here on Friday and they all do their own audition. So we have assistants like myself from the College of Fine Arts that judge each student individually on their performance, and they rank them, placing them in either the Cardinal, the Silver, or the Gold Band. And that's where you see them today for the concert.
Waitman says that the students who come end up learning different skills and values that they may not get at their own programs.
It's just a great experience for them all together, as you know, they learn a lot that they can take back to their own bands at home, and you know, they play challenging music, so it just makes them better musicians in the long run.
Gold Band conductor Vincent Rossi said working with the students this year was a humbling experience.
I've been blessed to conduct the Silver, the Cardinal, and now the Gold Band. Very honored. And it's a pleasure to work with some of the best kids, the finest kids in the Southeastern United States, as evidence from their hard work in the classroom, from the teachers and their parents at home. It's truly an honor to work with such outstanding students.
According to Waitman, the middle schoolers aren't the only ones who benefit from these clinics. The university's reputation also improves from mentoring younger generations of musicians. Nathaniel Rodriguez, Troy TrojanVision News.
Next semester, the School of Music will hold another SUS clinic for high school students starting on February 2nd. Over the weekend, there was an event in the capital city that shined bright like a diamond.
That's right, Rachel. It was the annual Gem and Mineral Show. Samantha Charles has more from our Montgomery News Bureau.
This is our 46th annual Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show.
Walking up and down the aisles, I saw it all. Rocks, fossils, gemstones, you name it. There was something for everyone.
Every age from 2-3 years old on up to 80-something coming in here. There's something for everybody.
With over 20 vendors from all around the world, you see some pretty interesting gems and meet some pretty interesting people. Tucked away in the back corner of Garrett Coliseum was the real gem. Meet Ron Woolley, an opal dealer from Australia with a heart of gold.
I started cutting opal as a hobby. That hobby turned into a sickness.
While every opal has a story, his is much more.
I had a really good friend that was from Australia. He was an opal dealer. Later on in life, he developed, which turned out to be terminal cancer. And during that time, I decided it's something I wanted to do when I retired. So I decided to buy the mine, and that's the story.
Woolley now travels around the world, hoping to spark a passion as bright as rubies in the younger generations.
When kids come here, I'm always giving them a piece of opal, saying, telling them when they grow up to come to Australia and see what it's like.
So that they too realize that, like the opal, they're one in a million. In Montgomery, Samantha Charles, Troy, TrojanVision News.
This was the 46th annual Gem and Mineral Show at the Garrett Coliseum.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Good evening, Trojans. We are back, and it's that time of the broadcast when we jump right into the world of Trojan sports. It was Saturday afternoon that saw the Trojan football team fall just short of its 6th Sun Belt Conference championship. The Trojans took on Georgia Southern and jumped out to an early 3-0 lead and a 10-7 lead at the half. Now fast forward to 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock in the fourth quarter. The Trojans trailing 21-17 with 86 yards between them and a potential championship. A pair of third down conversions, a successful conversion on fourth down, and a 20-yard completion to wide receiver Emmanuel Thompson put the Trojans on the Eagles' 11-yard line. Two one-yard gains then forced the Trojans to call timeout with 22 seconds to play. And on fourth down, a Brandon Silver's pass to the end zone fell incomplete as time expired, with the Trojans falling to the Eagles 28-24.
Not disappointed in our effort. We're sitting here 9-3, which is a turnaround from 4-8 a year ago. So had opportunities to win a championship, and we didn't get it done, and we got to own that. The positive is we've got another game to play, and I don't want to get lost in that. Our kids are down about it. They put a lot into this to win this game. We didn't get it done, but we get to advance and play in the postseason for the first time since 2010.
The Trojans will face off against the Ohio Bobcats on December 23rd in Mobile, Alabama, and the Dollar General Bowl. That game will kick off at 7 p.m. on ESPN. The men's basketball team was able to bring their record back to 500 with a win against Alabama State. Jalen Bivens was courtside with the highlights.
The Trojan men's basketball team delivered a sting to the Alabama State Hornets Sunday night as the Trojans won 83-65. Jeremy Holloman was a big factor for the Trojans, scoring a total of 20 points coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench, you just always have to be ready. You never know when your number will be called, but when it is called, you just got to be ready to go out there and perform.
Head coach Phil Cunningham says that Jeremy was a big help, but that the three-point defense was what helped the Trojans a lot.
I thought our three-point defense at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half was the difference in the game defensively.
Coach Cunningham will go on to say that the main thing that the coaching staff had to look at now was play time for the players.
The thing that we've got to look at is how we're going to handle our roles and playing time, because when Jeremy's playing like he is, when Juan Davis is playing like he is, their minutes need to go up. So as a coaching staff, we've got to figure out how do we adjust that where their minutes go up.
When asked about what are some of the things that the team will be working on for the next game, Cunningham gave an answer that didn't include a ball.
Well, we've got to make that shift now to academics. We go into a week where final exams start on Thursday and Friday, so it's kind of an adjusted practice schedule. You don't have as much time to practice. Once you come out of finals, you need all kind of time to practice.
Jalen Bivens, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans' home record now stands at 3-1 and will have the week to prepare for finals, as well as Alabama A&M, who will visit Trojan Arena Saturday at 2 p.m. And the women's basketball team preceded the men in the competition, but the outcome was very much the same. Jamal Kennedy has the highlights.
The Trojans brought their best bug killer with them in the Trojan Arena Sunday as they swatted the Hornets of Alabama State by 29 points en route to a 95-66 win.
It's always good to win in Trojan Arena. We're very thankful tonight to be 5-1, to get a great start to our season. Tonight we learned some things about our team. First of all, we learned in the first half that when our post players are playing really well, they're pretty good.
The Trojans held the Hornets to under 10 points for the majority of the opening quarter, and Coach Rigby pointed out that defense was something the team worked on in scouting over the week.
Coach Neil Harrell had the scout this week. He did a great job, and he changed some things up on our defense. Usually we're pressuring the ball really hard. This time we backed off from pressuring the ball, but we got up and denied in the passing lanes, which was a problem for them because their offense depends on ball reversal and getting the ball out to the wings.
Just when it seemed like the Trojans were falling into a bit of a lull, a 5'3" firecracker popped off and strung some shots together to get the Trojans back in rhythm.
She runs our scout report. Whatever our scout report is, she's doing it to a T, and she can kind of be silent for a while, and with her size, people forget about her, and that's when she finds a rhythm shooting, and she did. I think she hit back-to-back threes. She gets lost in just carrying out the intangibles of the game, and then all of a sudden when we need her, she can hit some threes.
And coming out of halftime, the Trojans hit a bit of a drought, but Coach Rigby attributed that to the swarm of the Hornets' defense making adjustments, and she knows, well, that's just a part of it.
Second half, Alabama State made a very good adjustment. They went to a zone defense, and that complicated things a little bit for a minute, so we got to get over that bump. We fell into a scoring lull in the third quarter, but live and learn. We're going to learn from it.
Another visitor entered Trojan Arena, and once again, another visitor left with the chills as senior guard Jayla Chills went off for 20 points to lead the team in scoring. Jamal Kennedy, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans will have the week off to practice and study for finals before their next matchup on the road against Jacksonville on Saturday.